Ian. Thank you so much for joining us tonight to talk a little bit about the volunteer opportunities that are available at this year's Skokie 4th of July parade. I want to begin by introducing some of the team. With me on the call tonight is our volunteer coordinator, Atanu Das, our youth volunteer coordinator, Mary Oshana, and Bob Quain, our volunteer chairman emeritus. So I want to thank all of you for joining us for this call, and wanted to share with you some of the opportunities that you have to volunteer for Skokie's 4th of July parade, one of the best on Chicago's North Shore. So I'd like to begin by sharing my screen with you so that you can see some of the volunteer roles that we have on this year's parade. But even before I start that, I wanted to walk you through what it is to volunteer at the Skokie 4th of July parade. We begin the night before the parade in terms of setting up. So there's a whole process of setting up the Oakton Community College parking lot, which is where all the parade units that take part in the parade are staged. We work to set up that parking lot the evening before, and then we arrive parade day early in the morning. Breakfast is served, and then we start the process of organizing for the day, making sure that we've assigned roles for the parade, and then start to bring in the parade units and organize where they are in terms of the order that they'll be going out into the parade. So from there, we work to release the parade units into the parade. The parade occurs. Everyone has a wonderful time. Parade units then finish up the parade. They go on to other parades sometimes. Other times, they're shuttled back to the Oakton Community College parking lot. And when the parade ends, then it's time to take things down, clean up, and leave the parking lot the way that we found it. So that, in a nutshell, is what we do during the parade, before and after the parade as well. I'll pause here. Bob, if there's anything you'd like to share about the overview in terms of what we are seeking from volunteers, wanted to give you an opportunity to share about that.
Yeah, thanks, Rich. So for about 5 years straight, I was a parade day captain. And I served actually two roles, not only the logistics of putting on the parade on the day of the parade, but also recruiting and assigning all the volunteers. There's tons of opportunity to have fun on this day as a volunteer. And also think about, the fact that you're coming out and you're supporting your own community to do this for really the pinnacle of the year is this community parade. And we're back after this pandemic, so this year will be even more special. So there's all kinds of opportunity to have fun, and you'll get to see the parade in a different kind of way that you might have experienced it while watching it as it zips by you. Now you can hang out with all these parade units in an up close and personal kind of way, and interact with those people that are in the parade and their groups and what their groups are all about, and whether it's the clowns or the stilt walker or some of the marching bands. When marching bands do kind of like a practice exhibition, so they can get warmed up for the parade. You get to be right there with that, to see that. So opportunities to help, opportunities to have fun, and there's no opportunity to mess up. Don't worry about messing up. It just can't happen. There's just too many people there to help you through the day, and the tasks are fairly simplified. As Rich said, it's just, we're really about waving the units into the parking lot and making sure that they park where they're supposed to park and they're facing in the right direction, to simplify things, and then telling them that it's time to get out of the lot, and they get out of the lot in a big long line, to oversimplify what the parade is all about. So don't worry about that. And most of our jobs are really what we refer to as row captains. We try and have two people in a parking lot row. And there's, several rows that these units will park in, and your job is to get them in that row, and that they park in the right place, and get them out of that row at the time they're supposed to get out. And the leadership on the lot is communicating with you the whole time, and most of you will have walkie talkies, for that purpose. And you'll just be there as a help person, to answer their questions, and you'll have cheat sheets on how to answer their questions. So again, I just want to emphasize, nothing to worry about. It's extremely difficult to mess up, and if you do, no one will even know it. At least the spectators won't know it; they'll just see a parade going by. So I just encourage you to be there for us on the 4th of July, to recruit a buddy to join you, and to get signed up, and naturally we'll be in touch with you from now until then.
Yeah, thank you so much, Bob. That's a great point. I began as a volunteer, even though I'm now chair of the committee. I began as a volunteer in support of Bob's leadership on parade day, and I can tell you, it's being in a parade like you've never experienced before. To have that opportunity to be behind the scenes and help the parade happen is it's a lot of fun. So with that, I wanted to go through, and Bob's already talked a little bit about it, some of the different volunteering options. Road captain, we've talked about that. We organize the parade units into rows so that we can properly organize how they get out of the lot and into the start of the parade. So it's a very important role to have road captains, so that they are maintaining and managing the parade units that are in their row. And when I say parade unit, I'm talking about an entry in the parade. It could be a float, it could be a marching band, all the different acts, if you will, that comprise the parade are parade units. We also have a need for banner walkers. So many of the parade units have banners to identify who they are. And it's really great to have 2 volunteers holding the banner in front of the parade unit, so that everyone knows who that parade unit is. We also really can use flag distribution. So the parade provides to spectators US flags to wave along the parade route, and our volunteers are instrumental in getting those 2,000 flags out to the spectators, to the people of Skokie who are there to spectate the parade. We'll also need volunteers in the drop-off area. So with a number of youth groups participating, these volunteers assist with directing our youth groups so that they find their proper place to be staged in that area of the Oakton Community College parking lot. We'll also need volunteers for traffic logistics, as well as those who man carts to bring water to various volunteers along the parade route. And then we also need folks at the viewing stand. Near the end of the parade is a viewing stand where our dignitaries, our grand marshals, our political officials, where they get an opportunity to watch the parade. And so we need volunteers to staff that viewing stand. And then finally, throughout the course of the parade, we do need to shuttle people back and forth from the viewing stand and the end of the parade area back to the beginning by Oakton Community College, the south parking lot. So those are the kind of volunteer roles that we're seeking from folks. And in order to put this parade on, we really need 50 volunteers. So we're excited. We've got a bunch, but we still need many more. So we ask you, if you are interested in volunteering, please reach out to your friends, your family, see if you can get one additional person to come out and volunteer with you. So with that, I think we'll conclude our call. And thank you so much for your interest in volunteering at this year's parade. Good night.